And then, of course, you have the classic fucking scene of him going trick or treat, motherfucker. And it's like, all right. If I didn't walk out after Laurie died, I'm walking after that was being said. I'm gone. Give my fucking my money back. I'm over it.
And then, like, he electrocutes his fucking nuts, his fucking dick.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck was that? Like that's how Michael fucking gets taken down. His fucking electrocution to the nuts.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck was that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Saving Point Podcast. My name's Eduardo, one of your hosts, and then I'm joined by Willie today, as always, the other host on this here podcast. Should be a good episode, man. We're going to continue along the Halloween franchise, talk about H20 specifically, and then Halloween Resurrection, kind of do like that whole timeline, skipping 4, 5, and 6 taking place, and then this is a whole other timeline with Jamie Lee Curtis coming back into the franchise.
Yeah, man. It's the month of October, so we gotta continue our series of Halloween, and just like you said, we're on a brand new timeline now. We're gonna be talking about H20 and Resurrection 20 years later. It is the sequel to the original Halloween 1 and 2, so this should be a fun one.
Should be a good show. If you guys have seen our previous episodes of us reviewing the other Halloween movies, we're just gonna continue along doing that. And but first, I did go out and see 2 new movies this week that I want to talk about on here. So the first movie that I went to go see was Roof Man. That's with Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst, kind of like the main 2 characters or actors in this movie. Although Peter Dinklage was in it, which is like I thought his part was pretty funny. But yeah, I just want to kind of talk about the movie. It wasn't bad. It was kind of like one of those movies that I think normally would just kind of throw on and just like casually watch or whatever. It wasn't like one of the greatest movies, but it wasn't like horrible either. Like the main premise is like it's based on a true story, so it's kind of like a crime drama movie, and it kind of made it into like a comedy in a way too. Channing Tatum's character is like he went and robbed a bunch of like McDonald's stores. Like he was like this ex-military guy, like couldn't really like find his place in the world coming back. He's like an extremely smart guy. Like he probably could have done like some crazy stuff if he actually like did not so much illegal things, but he got caught, went to prison, he escaped, and crazy enough, lived in a Toys R Us store for like a couple months before getting caught again. And then in that between time when he gets caught for that second time, he develops this like relationship with Kristen Dunst's character and like her family. And like I said, it wasn't bad. Like some of the jokes were funny. Channing Tatum, for me as an actor, I really like him. Like in like movies he's done in the past, I feel like he's a good like comedy actor as well. So like overall, like I said, I thought it wasn't too bad of a movie. So if any of you guys have seen it, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed it or liked it. Like I said, Peter Dinklage's character was like the manager of the Toys R Us store, who was like an asshole, of course. He had to be an asshole in the movie, but like he has this funny, like he can be funny too. So yeah, if you guys, like I said, if you guys enjoy the movie, let me know what you guys think.
Hell yeah, man! I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah. The other one I wanted to talk about was Tron Ares. That one is that's the other movie that I went out to go see. That was probably more well known to the audience. I think Tron's been a franchise for a while now. Like I've never personally seen any of the old ones though. So I'll definitely have to go back and watch some of the old ones. Um, but with this one specifically, uh, Jared Leto, Evan Peters, and Greta Lee are kind of like the main characters focused on in the movie for the most part, which is um, it's a different style of movie. I think it's more like futuristic, kind of cyberpunk, artificial intelligence kind of thing.
Hmm.
So if you're into that, then you'll probably definitely like this type of style of movie. Um, it's kind of like Evan Peters, kind of like the bad guy in the story, uh, which I actually love him as an actor. If you guys like from the he did like the Jeffrey Dahmer Monsters season, which I thought he did a really good job. And then he's been like a long time in the franchise. Well, he was actually Quicksilver in like the X-Men
He
movies.
was.
So it was kind of cool. Um, but American Horror Story, he's been doing a bunch of seasons of that for a while now too. So I actually like him a lot. But his character, like I say, is a bad guy. He owns like this big tech company, like heavily involved in like AI, trying to. There's like two worlds in a way, like this uh, artificial intelligence world, and then the real world. So they kind of like his thing in the story is he wants to be like this big, of course, like the number one tech person in the world, creating things and bringing those type of things into the like real world. But they can only bring those type of things into the world for like a certain amount of time. So like the whole thing is like
Hmm.
him trying to find this thing what they call permanence, is whatever they bring into the world they can permanently stay in the real world. So Greta Lee's character um, kind of finds that specific code that's needed with Jeff Bridges' character, who wasn't really much in this movie, but he was in like the older Tron movies. So like with the help of
Yeah.
what he's done in the past, like she was able to get like this permanence code. So Evan Peters is trying to find her, get that from her, so he can bring his stuff to the world. And that's where like Leto's character comes into play. He plays Ares in this movie. Um, like I said, this all artificial intelligence kind of weapon that Evan Peters creates, and then he eventually becomes like the good guy, of course, uh, in the movie or whatever. But if you guys have checked it out, let us know what you think. Um, I didn't mind it. Like it was a decent movie. Like visually, it was really good. Like all the visuals were actually like crazy. Um, but the story wise, like it was alright. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I definitely have to go back and check out the old movies to see like how they compare. But yeah, those
Yeah.
are the kind of like two movies that I checked out this week.
Yeah, I've heard from multiple people that the visuals were pretty fucking great, which makes sense because it's a Tron, you
Yeah, it's
know,
a Tron movie.
movie, so the visuals have to be great. But yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
a lot of people are saying that they were pretty good.
yeah. Definitely. That's probably one of the best parts in the movie. Honestly, it's just like visually, it was really good. And then it's funny, like Nine Inch Nails were the ones who did like the whole movie score
Of course.
for the thing, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, like overall, like I said on that part, like it was alright. It wasn't too bad. I definitely have to go back and watch the old ones to like I
Yeah.
said compare and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, those are the two
Hell
that I
yeah.
wanted to talk about.
We're gonna have to name this segment Eduardo's movie moments.
I know. Yeah, I'll do that. Like I said, I go and watch a lot of movies that are kind of out in theaters. Like I just like they're not even like they don't even have to be good movies necessarily. Like I don't know, I just love going to the movies. So
Yeah.
if there's like a specific actor that like, or if the story is like fun enough or whatever, like I'll
Right.
definitely go and check it out.
Yeah, man. I'm down for it. Well, that was great. I think there's a lot of movies out that you're gonna be talking about. So yeah, should be a good
Mm-hmm.
time. Shall we get into some Halloween? You ready?
Yeah, we're gonna about H2O, man. 20 years later.
20 years later, Halloween H2O. So this one came out July 27th, 1998. And of course, by the title, it is 20 years later. It is after the events that happened in 1978 from Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. So this
Mm-hmm.
is 20 years after, and we have Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis returning to the Halloween franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this the director, Eduardo, who directed this again?
So Steve Miner was the director of this movie, which, if you guys didn't know, also directed Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3. Um, so he kind of steps into a different franchise, staying within the slasher horror theme and stuff like that. So, but it was cool to see it. Last year I went back and watched all the Friday the 13th movies, which was a little rough,
That was fun.
but
Yeah.
but the second one at least wasn't too bad. Like I
Yeah.
still enjoyed it a little bit. But yeah, he
Yeah.
comes in, directs H2O. Jamie Lee Curtis comes back into the franchise. I guess she wanted to come in, pay like homage, legacy to the original Halloween franchise that she was part of, and wanted to come back uh, and do like kind of finish off like her story, like Laurie's story and
Yep.
Michael's story. So that's why she came back to this movie franchise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are your overall thoughts on H2O?
So here's my overall breakdown, right, of H2O. It was a Halloween movie, of course. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but my god, was it refreshing to watch after watching Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, cuz fuck that movie.
And
So
5.
and yeah, the ending of 5 specifically. Fuck that shit, and it was refreshing to have a Halloween movie that wasn't about some weird cult bullshit. So
True.
it was refreshing to see Michael Myers back. It was refreshing to see that it was just the Michael Myers that we grew to love in the first two movies. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it wasn't a great movie, but it wasn't bad. It was definitely a
Yeah.
movie that could be put on in the background and you wouldn't miss a damn thing. But yeah, it was better than 6, and coming off of that timeline, I
Yeah.
thought it was refreshing to see Michael back to Michael.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
But
I agree. Like I said, skips over 4, 5, and 6 in the timeline, creates a whole new timeline after number 2. And yeah, definitely has a different vibe, more like of a modern, or like for that time, what we considered to be like kind of like the modern slasher movie
yep,
type, which, yeah, Michael kind of goes back to, you know, being who he is, trying to kill Laurie, of course.
yep.
And then it's the first one that, sadly, Dr. Loomis isn't in anymore.
No, it is the first Halloween. No more Loomis. Sadly, he passed away right after he was done filming Halloween
Mm-hmm.
6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Sadly, but yeah, this
Yeah.
is definitely this is I think that's what was a big difference in this
It
movie
was,
too is
yeah, like his presence
Loomis is
was
gone.
missed. Like it
Yeah.
was like you don't really realize like how big of a presence
Mm-hmm.
like Dr. Loomis' character made in the franchise until like he wasn't in this movie anymore. I'm like, holy crap!
Yes.
Like we're missing such a huge piece of
Right.
what the Halloween franchise is.
Yeah.
Like he's just as a big and important character as Laurie was,
Yep.
and as Michael is. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I think there was many reasons why Jamie Lee Curtis came back to do this movie, but I think it was a smart choice regardless of having another Halloween movie without Loomis sucks. So bringing back Jamie Lee
Mm-hmm.
Curtis as Laurie kind of tied in the old feel of
Yeah.
Halloween because without Loomis, Halloween wouldn't be the same, and without Laurie, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be the same. You know?
like imagine both characters gone. Like we've had either
Yeah.
one or both, but never like not have any of them. So
Nope.
it would definitely would have been a huge miss for sure.
Yep.
But overall, like yeah, like I'd rewatch this. Like it wasn't the greatest one of the
Yeah.
franchise either, but it held its own. It's
It
pretty
did.
decent.
Yeah.
Like I
Before we
said, it
get
brought a
in,
different vibe and style
oh,
to what we'd seen
completely.
before.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
completely. This is only 3 years after
Yeah, which is crazy.
6.
Yeah, it's crazy how like it's only 3 years later, but it just feels like the genre itself just kind of shifted in like
Yes,
those three
yes.
years, and like it just felt so different.
I would even go on the record and saying that H2O saved the franchise.
Mm,
After
interesting.
6, that disaster
After
of a movie, and I will
no, it's true.
continue to
It's
call
true.
number 6 a disaster of a
To
movie.
me, 5 and 6 are just fucking awful. Like you still give five some fucking credit.
I do.
To me, five is fucking. Like I said, it's even worse to me than fucking six.
Yeah,
Holy shit, it
but
was fucking terrible.
come in after number 6. Not okay, fine. Come after 5 and 6, and then H2O, which is not a great movie, but
Yeah,
it revived what we knew Halloween to be, and I
yeah.
would give the credit to H2O for doing that. But before we get into the plot and all that, I do want to talk about the music.
Mhm.
Um, the music in this movie, the score and soundtrack, as all that was made by John Ottman, which actually is a big, fucking composer. He's done X-Men, he's done Superman Returns, he's done The Usual Suspects, so he's been around for a while.
Yeah,
But just because he is known and he's done great work does not mean that he fits in a Halloween movie. And
yeah,
oh my god, Eduardo, this soundtrack was whimsical as fuck. It felt like a Marvel fucking shit.
yeah,
It felt like Michael Myers was a superhero or like a villain, and then you have this whimsical music behind the original theme, which just doesn't make any fucking sense. The soundtrack in this movie fucking really, really took a shit.
yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Like I said, he's big name composer for like other type of genre movies, but like you said, it doesn't necessarily fit with what the Halloween franchise is, and I felt the same way. It did feel very like over the top, like way too dramatic. Um, like it felt like like Michael Myers was like this big, huge bad guy that like had more of a personality. Um,
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't, but like it felt like he just like if he like spoke throughout the whole movie almost. Like I don't know, it was weird. So yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
really enjoy. And then they didn't really use the old freaking theme anyways throughout the whole movie.
No, they like
Like
did
very
like sound
little.
bites of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like very small. Like I'm like, yo, like that alone didn't feel like I was watching
No.
Michael Myers, and like all the chase scenes, all the sounds for that, like it just
Yep.
didn't feel like it was
No.
Michael Myers who was the person that was
It was like
going and chasing these
whimsical
people.
and like giddy, and then it was like happy sounding at times too. And I'm like, this is Halloween and Michael Myers. We need like
Mm-hmm.
the creepy, eerie John Carpenter
Mm-hmm.
inspired soundtrack back. Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna bring back like H2O 20 years later, bring back the same
yeah.
soundtrack then, you know?
Which sucks because I mean, of course, like when it comes down to like these movies, like of course studios and like this is just a lot of politics involved in that type of stuff.
Of
So like
course.
regardless of like what Jamie Lee Curtis's like reason was for coming back, of course she probably wanted to do a whole lot more and wanted to like probably be involved in like a lot of what the movie was gonna be. I mean, she wasn't gonna be like involved in like the music necessarily, right?
No.
But like to bring homage to what the original movie was, or even the original two movies were,
Yeah.
like I love that, but it they definitely missed the mark on like bringing like the full on feel of like the original Michael character and what the franchise
Yes.
uh, was based off and like created it for. But
Right. Yeah.
um,
I think it was a bad choice to bring John Ottman in, and it was a bad choice to have a fucking Marvel inspired soundtrack on a Halloween. bad choice. But regardless of that, what do you think about the opening scene with Sandman? The song Sandman opens
Yeah,
up.
no, like that's the first one, or that's the first thing you hear. So it's like that brings you back to like Halloween too.
Yeah, dude,
Like, oh shit, okay, like
that was
start
dope.
off good. But then like as soon as it cuts off, or as soon as we get into it, like the vibe is definitely not Halloween too.
No, not at all.
Like the opening scene for this one was completely different than any other in the franchise.
Yeah.
Which to me, like you said, it was very modern
Yes.
slasher. I think a lot of it had to do with the success of the Scream franchise. Scream 1 came out in 1996, Scream 2 in 1997. So in between Halloween 6 and this one, 2 Scream movies came out.
Yeah.
And one of the like co-executive producers, Kevin Williamson, who wrote wrote the Scream movies, they brought him in to kind of bring this modern style of slasher. So you can tell the heavy influences, definitely, especially in like the opening scene. Like the whole
Yeah.
opening scene felt like I was watching the Scream
It was
movie.
rushed. Yeah.
Like just the feel of like, and just like the things going wrong, like
Mm-hmm.
the lights in the house wasn't turning on, like you hear the door close like at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the room, and you're like, it just brings that, which like I don't mind in a Scream franchise or like any other, like
Right.
it's just like for Halloween, Michael Myers, like that's just not what even was back then,
Yep.
or even in like 4, 5, and 6, it didn't really feel that way.
No, it didn't.
So like bringing that into just felt weird enough. And like I say, I love Scream. Like
Right.
it's one of my other like favorite franchises, but seeing that in like a Halloween movie felt weird
It did feel weird, and
for
it's
sure.
bring that up to just a brief second in the middle of this movie, or maybe not even in the middle, but there was a scene where they panned to a TV and Scream was actually playing on the
Yeah,
fucking
Scream was
TV.
fun. Yeah,
I was like, all
it
right,
was like
so this
towards the end of it, like during like the third act, or not even third. It was like
some
almost
shit.
reaching the third act or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, all right, so
which I was like,
this is definitely heavily influenced by what's going on,
yeah,
and obviously it was.
yeah.
But that opening scene, the lady that gets killed, she was actually the original nurse in Halloween 1. Which
Oh, was she? Oh, I didn't know
she
that.
was driving the car, and when
Yeah,
Michael stole it, that was
yeah,
her.
yeah. Oh
Yep.
wow.
Yep. So 20 years later, she came back, and I think she played the same character. I think that's why
Mm,
he killed her,
that makes sense.
because she was his nurse, or his caregiver,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Well,
the
I
same
guess that.
actress.
Well, it also ended up. I believe it ended up being Dr. Loomis's house that she
Oh,
was
that's right.
living in, and she was taking care of him before he died,
Right.
off screen or whatever.
Yep.
So that's another reason. And I guess like he also wanted to go and find out,
Where Laurie
get
was.
information of where Laura was. So it kind of made sense all around.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't mind the opening scene overall. It just felt weird that it wasn't, like I said, it was Michael
I
Myers.
know.
Like so,
Yeah.
so
No.
like I said, it wasn't bad, and it was like I said, it was different. And like
Yeah.
especially like the whole part where like the nurse goes and goes back into the house after. Well, let's talk about Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was in the movie
Yeah.
as a kid. Who's been in like so much other shit since then, which
Yep.
I think he's a really good actor too. He's
Yep.
amazing. But of course, like this cocky kid who goes in because like the nurse's house gets broken into. She's scared to go in. They call the cops. Of course, they don't get there until fucking 20 years later.
Right.
But when she goes in after he says it's safe, and she goes back into the neighbor's house again to like look for them because she still thinks someone's here.
Yep.
Like especially the whole scene where like she's like reaching, like the cops finally come in. She's like at the window trying to call out for them. Like, I'm like, dude, it's
It's
just
Scream.
so, yeah, it's Scream,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm watching Scream right now.
Yeah, dude.
Which is,
No.
yeah. Like I said, it
But
wasn't. If it was Scream, this is a good opener. But for Halloween,
right.
it felt so different.
Yeah. I'm glad it kind of took like a different direction after the opening scene, which I'm
Yeah,
glad
it
it
did
did.
though, which is
Yeah,
weird. Like it felt
yeah,
like you're watching you're like you said, it felt like you're watching like a certain movie in the opening scene. Then after that,
yep,
it definitely felt like a whole other movie, which is kind of weird
for
as well.
sure. Yeah, and then we have Jamie Lee Curtis. The last time we saw her in Halloween, she was a brand new actress, and now she's like this,
Big.
yeah, she's like this star now. So
Mm-hmm.
her acting, definitely you can see a big change in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Huge
Yeah,
change,
huge
huge change.
change. Yeah.
But yeah, she plays this, traumatic Laurie Strode in this one. She's
Yeah.
kind of worried every Halloween. She has a son now, and
Lots of PTSD for sure.
her son is pretty much taking care of her every year on this day, and her son is now sick of it and is kind of over her fucking shit. And she's like, "No, he's gonna come back," and her son's like, "No, he's never coming back, Mom. It's been 20 years. It's never gonna happen. He's dead. He's dead." But
It's funny how they like always glance over the father, like even in like 4, 5, and 6, where like she had a daughter in this one, but like who the
who's
fuck's the
that?
dad?
Yeah,
In this one, like he's like a deadbeat who like
yeah,
fucking can barely remember the son's birthday, or like
I
he doesn't
know.
remember it. Like he gets like a card like
Yep.
2 months later it was or whatever the heck.
So fucking
But
90s.
Josh Hartnett though,
Yeah.
that's his very first acting credit
Okay.
was in this movie.
That makes
So like
sense.
now he's like he's been in a bunch of other stuff, and he's
Yep.
not a bad actor now either.
No,
But yeah, he's his very first acting credit in this movie, which is kind of cool.
it is cool. But yeah, the whole movie takes part in Laurie Strode's boarding school that she kind of manages, and
Yeah, I want to talk about that too.
yeah,
Also, another first is like this movie doesn't take place in Hampfield
yep,
or just Illinois in general. Like they moved the whole thing over to California now.
California, yep,
So that kind of felt weird or felt different
it
too.
did.
I mean, of course, it takes, like you said, it takes place in like this private school now that she kind of runs and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
uh, yeah, moving the franchise to a whole different state.
yep,
Also, I mean, of course, she had to she changed her name. She like faked her death so that way Michael can't come back and find her. But
right.
yeah, that felt different too.
It did feel different.
And she went
But
by a different name. Like her name was Carrie Tate. So
yeah,
it's like,
something completely different.
like when they
It's
panned into
like,
like the scene where like it was like in her like school office, and
yeah,
like a different person's name, and like I think Josh or like her son
her son's
John's
picture,
picture of like at first you're like who the fuck is
right?
this person, and then like why are they showing this dude's face like until like after, but whatever. But you're like who the hell is this?
Exactly, dude. Yeah. But yeah, and then you have Michael driving all the way across the fucking
Yeah,
country to California in this like beat up fucking truck that he stole from somebody on the side of the road and then a fucking rest stop and stole her keys and walked out with her purse and everything. It's like, all right, so now Michael's fucking driving, taking a road trip to California.
yeah, that part was weird too.
So, but yeah, he gets to the fucking boarding school, and then who do we have as a security guard? LL Cool J.
Which honestly, I didn't mind his character in this movie.
I didn't either.
Like his part in
No.
it was fine. Like actually, like didn't mind it.
Yeah. No, he definitely played his role. Played his role good.
Yeah.
He was funny when it needed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think his character was one of the best ones in this
Yeah,
fucking
actually, no, yeah,
movie.
actually, like he actually was. Like I didn't like if he was in it more or he had like a bigger part, I wouldn't have minded
Yeah,
it.
I know. It was fucking
Like, he was
funny as
actually
shit, dude.
had a good character.
But yeah, he's in here, and then yeah, just Michael comes, and Laurie is dating somebody, and then she
Yeah.
spills the beans of her past to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's like, "What? That was
Yeah.
you?"
He's like, that was you. And then like even in California, everyone knows who Michael Myers is.
I
Apparently, like no
know.
matter where you are in the country, I guess everyone knows who Michael is.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess like the students take a field trip to like Yosemite, go camping.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of, it leaves like the school empty with like Laurie's son, like his group of friends,
Yep.
Laurie, and then the guy she's dating, who like yeah, she finally gives the whole news of like who she really is.
Yeah.
Uh, Michael finally uh, gets inside the like the school complex with like LL
Right.
Cool J character who
Yeah.
just like goofy, just like gets
Right.
tricked by like the car approaching up on the gate, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
But
I wanted it was yeah like the whole middle part of the movie was just kind of not much was going on really until like the end.
no, it was
Um,
very very slow
yeah,
until the end of it. What do you think about Michael's mask?
the fucking holes were fucking huge. You can see
Yeah,
like his
dude.
eyes, like it just felt like I didn't like it. His eyes were way too like the eye holes were way too big. I feel like the rest
um
of the mask though and the hair wasn't bad. It
yeah,
was just the eye holes were too big, and I didn't like
exactly.
that. I don't know how you felt about it, but
About the same. I thought it was a decent mask. But
yeah,
yes, the eye holes, I don't know why it went down to his cheekbones, but they were fucking
dude,
huge.
yeah,
I
it was
do want to say
huge.
that this mask is a fucking upgrade compared to that bullshit mask in Halloween 6 with the honker
Yeah,
nose. Fuck
yeah.
that
No,
shit. This
like it
was
was
a
a
definitely
way
up
better
upgrade.
mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
way better mask overall.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the hole, like the eye hole. They were
No,
just
that
you saw
ruined
his
it.
eyes way too much, and
Yes.
it just gave too much. Like I don't know, like you just were able to see
His face.
like
Yeah.
directly into his eyes, and it just kind of takes away from like his like what Michael is, and like his like
Yes.
mysterious, and like just you're not really supposed to see any part of
No.
him. But
It was cheesy.
yeah, big upgrade on the mask
But
for sure.
and then I don't know why they put like the weird fucking
With the
eyebrows.
eyebrows. Yeah,
Yeah, like it was I don't know why they added eyebrows on his mask. Like it was a
yeah,
weird like straight like brown
yeah. Just
line.
like a
It was
straight.
it was weird. I didn't like that part
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
But
No, what I didn't like though, like I said, I mean it was a short movie. It was like an hour and a half.
yeah.
But the one thing I didn't like is that literally like Michael or like Laurie doesn't come face to face with Michael until like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Was like the
That's
very
right.
first, like the scene where like her son and his girlfriend come up from like the basement of the fucking school or whatever. They get chased and then like they're trying to get in that gate and then the gate
Mhm.
closes when like Laurie opens the door. That was the first time that
Yeah.
they saw each other, and then I paused the movie and there was like 20 minutes left. I'm like, how you gonna go that long, bringing back Laurie's character, a continuation of number two, and like the whole point of like Michael's trying to kill Laurie, and like they only see each other for like the last 20 minutes.
Right.
That
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't like. I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay,
No, that just kind of goes back to what we were talking about how the first hour of this movie really nothing happened. It
like
was
nothing
a
happened.
bunch of
Yeah,
talking, it was a bunch of
just
scenes
like
of the kids down in the basement trying to cook food and
yeah,
this and that. And then you have fucking Creed plays on the radio, which
dude,
I
yeah,
want to point
no,
that out.
yeah, I did. I was like, yo, is that fucking Creed?
Creed, bro.
It felt,
1998.
it literally felt like it felt more of a like for that hour, it felt like a teen movie. Like after the intro, up until like that part
Yes.
where like they finally meet and the whole chase scene happens, where
Yes.
when he first kills like the two friends and then her son goes up. It just felt like I was watching like a high school teen movie for like an
Yeah.
hour, and
It
but
was
with nothing happening.
no, it was Scream. That's what
Yeah,
Scream
like
does.
yeah,
Yeah,
it very much felt, and like I mean you could say all these movies were teen movies because like I mean Laurie was a teenager in the first
sure.
movie, second
Yeah,
and even like 4, 5, and 6. Like I mean it mainly focused on like Jamie and stuff like that, but like
right.
the sisters she had and like the friends were all like you know
Yeah.
around that or whatever. But like this one definitely kind of felt more of a teen movie. But like I said, it was just heavily influenced by like the Scream movies and the producer. Which I mean, like overall, there's nothing wrong with it. But like for a Halloween movie,
no,
and the whole premise of it kind of felt like paying homage to like the original. It didn't fit.
No, it did not.
Unfortunately, but
no.
Do I want to talk about the scene where like Laurie, they all get in the car, like Laurie,
her
son, and the girl, and then they're gonna leave, and they're at the gate, and then like Laurie's like, oh, like go without me, call go to this person's house, call the cops, and then she like breaks the fucking pad of the gate.
Yep.
Like I thought that was silly because like one, like Michael's not gonna leave without killing you. So like I don't get the whole point of like destroying the gate door pad. Like to me that didn't make any sense.
Right.
And like Laurie, isn't like your whole purpose was I'm not leaving until I kill him. So I really don't get that part. I just thought that like it's so small or whatever, but like to me it just like felt so silly. Like
right.
What was the whole point of that little?
Yeah, dude. No, it was dumb as fuck. And then the fucking box like smokes after she hits it, and it's like, all right, dude. This fucking like, okay. This is 98 as it comes.
Dude, yeah.
But
very 90s. Like,
but
very 90s movie.
Yeah, towards the end though, they fucking run around everywhere, fucking trying to escape, and then
dude, what I didn't like is like right after that scene either, she breaks the thing, she goes inside, and then fucking Michael fucking comes from the fucking ceiling, fucking doing a one-handed fucking
yep.
What's it called? Pull up. I'm like, bro, what the fuck was that?
I think he did that in Halloween 2.
Did he?
Yes, I think that's why they brought it back, because he did that in like one scene, but it made more sense in Halloween 2 of why he did it.
Maybe it did, because I don't remember it as much or being as bad. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was either the boiler room in Halloween 2, or it was one of the scenes where he was like in the dark, and then you see him like.
Oh, was it when he killed like that security guard? Maybe
some shit like that. Yeah, it could have been.
Maybe, or I don't remember. I'd have to.
But I think that's why they had him do that again. But it didn't make sense in this one.
It just felt. I don't know. It just felt weird. I don't know. Maybe in that scene specifically, I guess. But
yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny.
But then we have the fucking table scene where he's like flipping the fucking tables,
flipping the tables and shit. Like
Laurie's rolling around everywhere.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, when is he flipping shit over?
Dude, I don't know. But then
one of the silliest parts in it too is when she gets like to the kitchen, and then she like opens up the drawer of fucking knives.
Yeah.
She just starts fucking throwing it at him. And he's like
dodging
Matrix, just fucking dodging everything. I'm like, what? And she's like point blank, just fucking throwing these knives at him. And she's like,
dude. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
There was a lot of dramatic scenes that didn't need to be fucking dramatic at all. But then she stabs him in the chest, and supposedly that kills him, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, he falls over like the rail or whatever.
Yeah, he falls over, and then he's dead.
And then
he's
like, dead, I guess. And then, well, like she knows he's probably not dead, but that's when. Like I said, the movie moves really quickly because it's literally 20 minutes of that. Like, it's all that happens in literally the last 20 minutes of the movie. So, like, cops come. I guess he's dead. Like, she knows that it's not that easy to kill him, of course.
Right.
So, he, like, fucking takes the cop's gun.
Yep.
Steals the van. And
just fucking books it.
Drives off.
Yeah.
Of course, Michael's alive.
Of course, he's trying to get up, and then she drives it off a fucking cliff, and then she's perfectly fine.
Dude, and like the scene, like you don't really see her jump out of the car. It's just like there's like a cut edit of her outside the car. I'm like, the fuck? Okay, I guess she's out of the car. And then fucking Michael gets crushed.
He gets pinned next to a fucking tree, and he's just like perfectly fucking pinned. And then there's an axe that flew out of the car and it's on the ground, and that's when the ending scene of Laurie chops off his head. while he's like reaching for her, he's like reaching
Yeah,
Laurie,
yeah,
Laurie.
it's like a weird
Yeah,
it almost felt like that Jamie scene when she's
yeah,
like, trying to reach out to him and
exactly.
she has a tear.
I was like,
Like
don't
it
don't
felt
don't
just
do this
like
shit
that.
again.
Yeah,
No.
it
And
felt
then
just like that.
my dude, that scene was so bad too because of the big holes and in his fucking mask.
Dude,
Like,
I know.
dude, you
It's
can
like you
see
can
his
see
entire
everything.
face, bro. I'm
You
like,
can see
all right.
everything.
Like,
That's what I
this
didn't like. It's like
dumb.
you see everything, and like chops his head off, and then like it ends or whatever.
Yeah. That's how it ends. And that was it. It was like, all right, I guess Michael's dead, the franchise is dead, this and that. But
Yeah.
one thing that I want to point out before we move on to the next movie, this is also this is 20 years later, but they didn't use the scene where you hear Michael breathing,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
didn't do that.
at
That's true.
all. And it's like
Yeah.
they missed the mark on all of this
A lot,
original
man.
Michael Myers Halloween, that created what it was. They didn't use
Yeah.
the fucking scene with the mask, they didn't use the scene with him breathing. They didn't
Yeah.
the creepy music wasn't there. It
The
was more
music wasn't
fucking
there.
it was more happy and fucking whimsical. And it was like
Yeah.
the whole feel of this movie did not feel like Halloween. It felt like
It,
Scream.
yeah. Like you
Yep.
said, it could have been a whole lot better if they added those elements, especially
Yep.
like you said, playing the part of like 20 years later and trying
Yeah.
to like recreate everything, bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back and everything. So like it was there, like the potential was there, but
It
they
was.
they definitely missed a lot of the
Yeah.
mark, and maybe they were also probably just maybe they were like targeting a different demographic with like
For sure.
what the Scream franchise was. And like I said, it sounds like we're knocking off Scream, but like we're like I love Scream,
Right.
like I'm not knocking off Scream at all. It's just
It's a
it
Halloween
just doesn't
movie.
fit that
No.
style for what Halloween
Nope.
is and what like originally was.
No. But that was Halloween H20 20 years later. And then this decided to make a sequel, Halloween Resurrection, which was not a sequel. None of this movie was a sequel. Like, this was, besides
Just
the opening scene,
the
right?
opening scene is
After
it.
that, this was not a sequel to Halloween H20 at all. Not one
And
bit.
it's crazy because Rick Rosenthal was the director who
Yes, he
directed Halloween
was.
2.
Yes, he
And
was.
like you would assume like I don't know, like he'd want to
Do better?
bring something back to the
Yeah.
fucking franchise, and like he didn't.
No, dude.
Like you can tell like these two more specifically were like so like studio made movies just to
Yes.
make them. Unfortunately, with as much as like Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to come back and like actually do something with the franchise, like they were just studio made movies.
It was.
They just put some shit out.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but
Like you said, this was directed by Rick Rosenthal, which did Halloween 2, and then
it takes place 3 years after H2O.
Yep. Or 4.
What are your overall thoughts, I guess?
This movie was a disaster. This movie wasn't as bad as Halloween 6, because I will continue to say Halloween 6 was terrible.
Yeah.
But this movie was definitely on track to be the worst Halloween movie ever. It didn't make sense. It was just exactly what you said. They threw together a fucking movie and put it out. It did not do anything for the franchise. It did not make sense. And I guess the only reason why they had to create it was, I think you were talking about earlier, there's a contract that Michael can never die, right?
Yeah, so some insight on, so like I kind of mentioned earlier, like Jamie Lee Curtis actually reached out to Mustafa Akkad, who owned the rights to Halloween at the time. The franchise, Michael Myers is a character, so she reached out, wanted to, like I said, honor what they did 20 years ago. So she signed on this movie to give Laurie. So initially it was, I mean, for her, I think initially it was just make H2O. That's it, because she wanted to come back, do one final story with her and Michael. Like she wanted to kill Michael off as she did in H2O. Give her like an ending that satisfied like her PTSD for 20 years. Like, oh my god, like I finally killed Michael. Like he killed all my friends, he killed all these people. Um, and then no, like of course, like studio has different ideas.
Yep.
She didn't find out until like later on in the production that um, that in the contract that Mustafa Akkad was like, you can't kill Michael Myers as a character. Like the franchise is too big and popular, which I understand
Yeah.
completely.
Right.
But like I said, she went in with a different idea, and then she only agreed to do Resurrection to give Laurie a final ending, which they did in like just the beginning of the movie, and then the rest was just some random shit that fucking happened that
Yeah.
like didn't need to be told, didn't need to be in it at all. Like I said, they just made it just to make it. So like I said, it's just studio made movies that unfortunately just shouldn't have been made.
No, it definitely took a fucking hit on the franchise. That's for damn sure. But fucking it,
Yeah.
H2 ended, and we saw Michael Myers' head get chopped off. And how do they bring him back to life? Oh, that wasn't Michael Myers all along. That was someone else. He fucking put a mask on somebody else in the van, and
Yeah. Like
in fucking H2O, and then they killed the fucking paramedic, and it wasn't Michael. Like, all right.
the whole redoing of the ending was
Mm-hmm.
awful. Like it was the worst. Like they couldn't, like, to me, I'm like, you couldn't come up with like something better. Like even
Yes.
like the reshoot of the whole thing was like poorly
Yes.
shot and like redone. I'm like, it felt like it was like a clip edit that you just do really quickly just to like fix
Right.
it. It didn't feel. It just felt so weird and
No.
just bad.
Fucking terrible, dude. Fucking
Like
terrible.
he took like, yeah, he fucking became like an ambulance because he killed the ambulance dude, and like,
Yep.
oh, like it wasn't Michael. Like, oh, cool. So then like
Yeah.
Laurie in the beginning of this movie is like in like a psych ward, hasn't spoken in like years because of that specific reason where she thought she killed him, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess he's still out there.
Yep. She's freaking out. She's hiding her pills in the Annabelle doll.
Yeah,
Shows up
came
again.
back. It came back.
That's back.
Yep, for
So
like 2 seconds.
she's carried that with her all the way since 1978. So that's
It was
back
a
in
whole different
play.
dollar because I think the one in the '78 movie was like a lot smaller. At least it looked
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't
small doll,
even
and then this one
know.
was like fucking big. I'm like, what the fuck?
But yeah, she's hiding the pills. She knows Michael's coming. She's fucking freaking out.
Mhm.
And Michael shows up at the hospital and kind of terrorizes everybody.
This one, yeah, this one felt more of a um like it was just a serial killer movie, and then again, it wasn't
Yeah,
Michael Myers.
not at all.
Like to me, and like we've talked about this in the first one, like in, like the other episodes, like Michael Myers' character, like, yes, of course he's a serial killer, whatever, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's not what he really is, or like what the franchise, at least like John Carpenter's version or interpretation of Michael as a character, like
Yeah,
he's a lot, like much more than that.
right.
So that's when they kind of made it seem like he's just an ordinary serial killer with like this big past, of course, like he's done all
Yep,
this shit already.
right.
So like, especially with like the whole like thing with like that guy with like the clown mask that's
Mm-hmm.
talking about like Ted Bundy, like John Gacy
Yep,
and stuff like that. It's
right.
just like, oh, Michael Myers is another Ted Bundy. It's just like,
No, it's
no,
not.
he's not.
No, it's not.
Like it's not. And like Rick Rosenthal as a director, that's why I'm like bothered so much by it, because like
Right.
it's like, bro, you were in the second one with like John Carpenter writing like that second one. So it's like, how you
Yeah, you
like I
fucking
wouldn't be
missed the
okay like
mark.
ruining like that image being part of like what it was back then, you know what I mean? But
Right. Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
fucking shit. But the opening fucking scene chases Michael to the rooftop, ends up strapping him to the fucking lever. He's upside down. And then what do we have again? We have Michael Myers reaching out for Laurie. Laurie, I'm so
And then her too
sorry.
was like,
And then
like
she's like,
I have to
"Hi,
make sure now.
Michael. Hi, brother." And then brother grabs her and they flip over and she gets stabbed in the back and dies. All right.
It was
Cool
it was a
story. The end. I'm
yeah,
walking out of the fucking theater, dude.
dude, yeah. Like if I was watching that shit back in fucking what did it come out 2001?
2002.
2002? I'm like, dude, like this movie, and we'll talk about it when we talk about like the new Blumhouse trilogy
Yeah.
trilogy franchise. Because I was talking to my brother, like in the movie, watching the fucking thing, or maybe after. I'm like, dude, I'm actually like, I would have been. I mean, I was mad that I actually spent money to go see this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
And like, if it was 2002 and I spent money to go watch this movie in
Yes.
theaters, I'd be fucking
I
pissed.
would
I'm
be
like, yo, we
fucking
just
livid.
spent fucking money on this shit. It's
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
horrible.
But
And just like
that's
being so,
it.
and just being so excited for, because like I said, we love the franchise, we love the character,
Yep.
and to find like see a movie in theaters, like holy shit, Halloween Michael Myers,
Yep.
and then we get this shit. It's like,
Exactly.
what the fuck are we like doing?
Yep. So now we have Laurie is dead, and then
And like, we can talk more about. It was just like the death felt meaningless.
oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like
it did.
you had Laurie fucking Strode, like this big, like she like, and it's Jamie Lee Curtis, not like some
Mhm.
other fucking random actor that they
Exactly.
recasted. Like they brought her back. It's Laurie, like falling still 1 and 2, and like for her to just fucking fall over the fucking ledge. He stabs her, and then she's like okay with letting go,
Mm-hmm.
and like kisses him on the fucking mouth.
Yep.
And just like, I'll see you in hell.
I'll see you
Like
in hell.
it's like,
Okay. Whew.
and you're like, wow, like oh my god, like that fucking hurt, or like
Yeah.
it's like,
Like
no, just like, so is she dead? I guess that's it.
I guess that's so. We have another hour of the movie. So what's gonna
Yeah, like what the
happen
fuck's
in the
gonna
rest of
happen
the movie?
now?
Like, why do I care about the rest
Like
of the
why do I
movie?
care for the rest of the movie?
Because you have to. Because Michael goes home. He's done all that he was here to do. He's gonna go home and sleep now. Like
Dude,
what? So
he's
he goes.
gonna go eat rats for another
Oh,
20 years.
dude, how stupid. Fucking stupid. But yeah, so then the movie goes on, and what do we have? We have a live internet horror show in the Myers
MTV
house.
fucking turned into an MTV episode.
Yeah, and I'm like,
reality
what the
TV.
fuck? I'm like, I did not care one bit of this movie after that, dude, at
Nope.
all. At all.
No character in this movie, like maybe the main one, right? Like you kind of care about a little bit, but not even like a whole lot.
Let's talk
Like,
about
I mean,
him.
everyone else.
Who was in
Everyone else, I
this
didn't give a
fucking movie,
fuck.
Wardo? We have Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes.
We had Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks is in this.
Why are they in a Halloween movie? Oh, because it's 2002. And that was the thing back in 2002. You had to have celebrities in fucking
movies.
horror movies, right?
Yeah.
So, yep, yeah, Busta Rhymes fucking busting a cap and Michael Myers the entire movie. It was fucking terrible. I'd rather have LL Cool J back than have Busta Rhymes, dude.
Like, I would have been fine if they brought LL Cool J.
Fuck.
I actually liked this character. Like,
yeah, his character was way better.
And like, sure, like it probably wasn't Busta's fault. Like that's just the way the movie was written. That's his character. That was his role. Whatever, but like it just wasn't written for like you to care about any of it.
Yep. No. Not at all. I mean,
unfortunately,
this one's
like,
really.
How does it go into like a fucking reality fucking TV show?
That's what happened,
Michael
dude.
Coming back home and like getting a group of people signing up for this to be like, oh my god, like let's go find out a reason for why Michael is who he is and shit, like why he did all he did. And like I said, that's not who Michael is. Like they keep treating him again like he's just
killer.
A serial killer who like grew up and like something must have triggered him as a kid, like his parents must have done it, like whatever it was. And it's like, no, like that's not who he is.
No.
And like we'll get to it at the end. And where like Busta Rhymes' character kind of realizes that finally, like, okay, like he's the real deal. He's like this evil person.
Exactly.
But like, it doesn't make it any better. Like we still had to fucking go through and watch this shit that was fucking horrible.
And I don't know why Rick Rosenthal decided to do the slow motion camera scenes.
Yeah.
What was that about? That annoyed the fuck out of me, dude. That was so bad. I don't want to see slow motion Michael moving around the house. Like, we don't. What are you doing? What are we watching, dude?
Dude, it was. Yeah, it was bad. Overall, it was definitely not a good movie.
It was fucking terrible. But yeah, you have they're in a house, right? They're fucking doing this live internet horror show, and everyone's like getting high. Everyone is like
Yeah,
talking about fucking, and like
yeah,
it's so bad. And then Michael's just wandering around the house, like stalking everybody in
yeah,
fucking slow mo. It's like, all right, dude, like what are we fucking? What is this?
yeah, and like
I'm
talk, talk about like even like the characters like recording devices, like the cameras they had on were like terrible quality. I mean, of course they did
yep,
it on purpose or whatever, but
right.
like you couldn't see shit. Like you couldn't really
No,
tell what the fuck was going on. Like when they
nope,
used those angles, and
yep,
dude, what is like? What am I watching? Like it again did not feel like a Halloween movie, and it
no,
didn't, and like it had a completely different feeling than H2O did too.
yeah,
Like it is like this one didn't even feel like a Scream movie. Like it felt like
no.
I can't really like I've been trying to think of what to compare it to, but and I can't really think.
It
It's
was
like
just a slasher, man. It was nothing
yeah,
special.
it was just like a what what the 2000s
Yep,
slasher became,
yep.
um, which is like crazy how like it was different even from like the mid to late 90s
Oh,
with
completely
like
different.
Scream and stuff, and like what what 2000s horror became was like different with like slashers. So like it just it was just like another
Yeah, I funny that
2000.
you just said that because I wanted to bring that up. This came out in 2002, right? What do we have in the early 2000s, right? We had Freddy versus Jason came out. We had
Yeah,
the remake of Texas Chainsaw, which was fucking trash. We can talk about
yeah,
that some other time. But
yeah,
and then this came out. It was just a failure after failure of horror movies, and I think
yeah.
the 2000s killed horror, and this was no
Mm-hmm.
better. This movie
Yeah,
definitely killed fucking horror too.
yeah. The only other one that I was thinking of kind of comparing it to, just because like I actually don't think I've ever seen the remake of that 2000s remake of Texas.
Yeah,
And I've seen Freddy vs. Jason. It's just been a while,
yeah,
but yeah, from what I remember, yeah, it definitely has that type of horror element vibe to it.
yes,
And then what I have watched, because like I said, I went back and watched the old Friday the 13th franchise. Although the remake didn't come out until 2009,
hmm,
and this came out in 2002, but like even that one, it just felt like that as well. Like I wasn't a fan of that 2009 Friday the 13th movie. Like I thought that was pretty bad too,
yeah.
because it was just like the new age of doing the shit. So it definitely felt like that, even though it was made years later. But like it was just that era, like you said, it killed off what like
It,
horror
it did
slasher became, and yeah,
very much
it
so.
wasn't good.
What do you think about his mask in this movie?
So I don't know. I feel like it was very similar to H2O. Like they still had big eyes. Um,
Yep.
I just think that it wasn't as noticeable because it was shot a lot darker, and like everything
Yes.
was darker. Like I said, the even the parts where like it was viewed through the camera of the other person, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, it just everything was darker, so you couldn't really
Yeah.
see his eyes stick out as much as H2O was. But I think the mask was pretty similar, so I
Yeah.
didn't mind it overall. It just I think what helped it was just the scenes were just darker, so you can really see his eyes.
Yeah. It was definitely similar. I don't like how they scrunched up his face too much in the center, made him look like he was like frowning. Like it
Mm,
was too much for me, and
yeah,
I don't like that they did that. Made it. It didn't. It made it look like a completely different mask in a way, but and
yeah,
and then the mask was also way too waxy. It was like shiny and like
yeah.
waxy looking, and that
Right,
was
right.
a problem. It was weird how it looked like that, and the holes, yeah, the holes were still fucking big,
So big. Yeah,
and the hair was kind of trimmed down more.
yeah.
But yeah, it was just a weird mask. I don't know.
It's
There's the
it's weird
eyebrows
how
and the way it looked.
it's
I don't
also
know.
weird that they use different masks for every single fucking movie.
Every movie is
Every
different,
single movie is a different mask. Like I don't
and
understand that.
yeah, that is why for
Even
you out there, we're gonna do a fucking ranking of the masks after we're done. So
even within the same timeline of movies, it's a whole different mask. It's
yep,
just like
yep,
it makes it seem like it's a different Michael because of the The Mask. You know, it's the same
Stupid
trilogy
shit.
or whatever.
But I want to talk about the soundtrack of this movie because what happened? Where's the Halloween soundtrack in this fucking movie?
Nah.
It does not play until the ending credits
Yeah.
of this movie. The whole movie was a generic horror movie sound. So this
Yeah,
is that
again,
soundtrack.
it was just like, yeah, the soundtrack, it also didn't feel like you were watching a Halloween movie
No,
or, you know, Michael Myers chase scenes, or just because they just
no.
sounded different as hell. Again, like
Yep.
it was, I didn't enjoy the soundtrack of these two movies at all.
No, not at all.
It was bad.
But let's hurry up and get over this fucking movie.
Yeah.
So they're killing each other, or Michael kills like everyone in the fucking home. The kill scenes were kind of trash.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
fucking
it was
ton. There's some
pretty.
random tunnel underneath the fucking house
Yeah, like
now.
he lived in like the basement or whatever tunnel for like 20 years until he
Yeah,
finally came back to fucking kill Laurie in H2O or
yeah,
find her or whatever. And like he's like eating rats for like 20 years apparently. Like, all right. And like of course like that's when you find out like a bunch of shit was being planted by, you know, Bus's character.
Yep,
Of course they had to make it reality. Like he even dresses up as Michael,
yep.
trying to fucking scare, make a whole thing. And then I mean this was also a quick movie. Like the opening scene, then there's just a bunch of nothing happening, or like just these random scares and shit going down in the middle of the movie until we get to the end. Yeah, it was, I don't know, like fucking Bus's character is like Bruce Lee at the end of the fucking movie.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. Yeah, he's like
He
karate
pulls out
chopping and fucking kicking Michael like he's some like badass fucking black belt. I was like, dude, you're Busta Rhymes, and you ain't fooling anybody. And then of course you have the classic fucking scene of him going trick or treat, motherfucker. And it's like, all right. If I didn't walk out after Laurie died, I'm walking after that was being said. I'm gone. Give my fucking my money back. I'm over it.
Dude. Yeah.
Dude.
And then like he electrocutes his fucking nuts, his fucking dick.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
what the fuck was that? Like that's how Michael fucking gets taken down, his fucking electrocution to the nuts.
Yep.
Like the fuck was that?
Yep, and and then everything just explodes, and that was it. And Michael's burnt to hell.
Like the endings are so like abrupt in these last two movies specifically. Just like he falls over the thing, Laurie stabs him, and then the cops are here.
Yep.
And then same thing here, like electrocution.
Yep.
Fucking the house burns down, the cops are already outside.
Exactly.
And like the whole house is like burnt completely down. Like there's nothing left to the
nothing
house.
left. Nope. Nope. And then before all that, you had the dude at the party calling out where Michael was. Yeah. He's like he's live tweeting fucking what's her name, and like that was just like, all right, dude,
like helping her
so bad. Yeah, it's like you can't even see anything anyways, the cameras are shit, so how are you like spotting exactly where Michael is? It's like, all right, dude. But yeah, the fucking ending, he gets taken back to the fucking morgue, and fucking he gets unzipped, and then his eyes pop open, and then the fucking Halloween theme song plays. Like I hate everything. I hate this whole fucking movie. I'm never watching this ever again.
Dude, and then the crazy part is like we just forget that Laurie ever had a son, and
where's he
like
go?
never mentioned at all. Not even like in the beginning, like not even like the nurses said like, she has a son that lives here now, or maybe he died off screen, or who the fuck could have happened to him. Like it would make a whole lot of sense if I kill Laurie, like now I'm gonna go kill her son,
right?
Like, that would have made for at least a better story for the movie, instead of like this whole reality fucking TV show. Like I'm just gonna kill a bunch of random people who come to my childhood house because I have to fucking protect it or some shit. Like like what?
Fucking
like he's just
terrible.
Fucking gone. Like never mentioned again. So
no,
it's like what the fuck?
No,
like why bring a son into the franchise or into her character in H2O when it just when it's just not even gonna be mentioned?
No,
because he survives at the end of the H2O.
Yeah, exactly.
fuck it, like who cares? I guess.
That's what I'm
uh,
saying, dude.
I
This
don't know.
mood,
Like this
this.
one, we talked a lot about plot holes in like 4,
Oh
5, and
yeah.
6.
Oh
Mainly
yeah.
4 and 5, but like, well, like at least H2O had, because it was like the first one falling too, right? But like, so that one they like had its plot holes, but not as bad as like Resurrection. Like you just Resurrection just went off the rails again
Mm-hmm.
too. Like it just made no fucking sense. But
No, Resurrection, like I said earlier, was not a sequel. It did not feel like a sequel. It was not made to be a sequel. The first 20 minutes was the only part that was a sequel
a
to
sequel,
H2O, and then the rest
yeah,
was just a
a
a
new random
a
movie.
yeah, it was just a monster in a house chasing around people on the live stream. It's like that was it. And then the movie's
Yeah,
over.
that was, yeah. And then also, I guess like the whole thing about him being a serial killer again, like again that one character in the movie, I forgot his name. Rudy, I think Rudy was his name. Yeah, Rudy.
Yep.
Like where he found like this coloring book of Michael, and like it was
Oh
all
yeah.
colored correctly, and like so they kept trying to. I mean, of course, like everything was planted, whatever.
Yeah,
But like the part where he said like, "Oh, like all this stuff is still here," like as,
exactly.
so like it was just like again like giving him a backstory of like something happened in his life that made him this way. He's like, no, like he's not
Exactly.
another serial killer.
No.
Like he's something completely different.
Yep.
So I thought that was like stupid too. But
Well, you got anything more to add of Resurrection? Because I sure the fuck don't.
no, I'm good
All
off
right.
this movie.
So, but yeah, that was the final movie in this timeline. So this timeline was Halloween 1, 2, the originals, and then it jumped to Halloween H2O, and then Halloween Resurrection, which ended this timeline. Thank
This time
fucking God. But yeah, and that was it. And then the next timeline that we're gonna be getting into is the Rob Zombie remakes, bro.
remake, yeah. And I haven't seen those in a while, so I don't remember too much
Yeah.
on. So I'm excited to go back and watch those again.
Yeah, so for all you watching, that's going to be the next Halloween, a part of this Halloween series, and this franchise
Mm-hmm.
is the Rob Zombies remake, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, which came out in '07, and I believe Halloween 2 came out in '09, I want to say.
9. Yeah, I
So
think. Mhm.
that's going to be the next Halloween episode. So please stay tuned for that, and hope
Mhm.
you all enjoy this journey of this timeline of H2O and Resurrection. But yeah, I think it's time, Eduardo, for our
Yes,
nostalgia
sir.
moment of the episode. If you are all watching, have been watching, you know what to do. This is our nostalgia moment of the episode. We pick something from our childhood or something we want to talk about and bring it to you guys. And yeah, this is a very fun closer we like to do. So let's get right into it. What you got, bro?
So I'm actually like really excited to talk about this one, and we can even do like a whole episode and stuff about this.
Okay.
But for me, the Game Boy as
Oh,
a
okay.
kid was like a huge like part of my life growing up.
Yeah.
Um, mainly like the Pokemon games growing up is what I played on. I played other games on there too and stuff like that, but what I mainly grew up playing was like the old Pokemon games. Like dude,
Yeah,
I
man.
went everywhere with this Game Boy, man. Like I was playing it all the time, and like I said, the Pokemon games were like always my favorite back then. Like the Fire Red, Leaf Greens, and probably my favorite Pokemon game of all time was Pokemon Emerald.
Yeah.
So like playing those, dude, I played like the crap out of those games. Like I replayed them like 20 times each. Like it was just a lot of fun memories with that. Man.
Which Game Boy did you have? Did you have Game Boy Color or what did you have?
Both. Like I had the Game Boy Color, and then just the Game Boy Advance that came
Advanced.
after.
Yeah.
Because the color was still different. Like I don't think that one even had like a backlight, or I believe the Game Boy Color. Like it was, like that was a lot older. Like that one, like
Yeah.
I remember playing like Pokemon Yellow and like the old blue
Right.
Pokemon game. But the Game Boy Advance was mainly the one that I've had for the longest, and
Yeah.
like that's the Fire Red, Leaf Green ones that they made again, and then Emerald and stuff.
Yeah.
With Ruby Sapphire, but yeah, the Game Boy Advance, I guess specifically, was
Yeah,
the one that
man.
was all that fun.
That's a good fucking pick. I kind of miss that style of gaming. I never really got into Game Boy. I was
Yeah, handheld
always
gaming was different.
Yeah, I was more like a console
Yeah.
person. I didn't really care about
Mm.
taking games with me anywhere.
Yeah.
But just growing up, and I used to see you with that damn thing every fucking day. Like you had that in your hands, like all the time.
That's so
And
fun.
yeah, I mean, it was definitely the thing to do at that time, man. You had to have
Yeah.
a Game Boy. You
Yeah, the
had
Game
to.
Boy.
Yep.
Like, I mean, yeah, there's not much of a thing for like handheld devices these days. Like the Nintendo
No.
Switch is really the only one that you can kind of do. Aside from that, is like these like remote play ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But those but like back then, there were games specifically made for those handheld devices. Like I mean, the
Yes.
Switch, like I said, those are made for those, so you can do that. But for these like remote play ones, like it's different.
It is
So,
different.
like during that time, like handheld devices were big. I mean, it was mainly like Nintendo, right? Like 'cause Nintendo's always been different from like
Right.
Xbox and PlayStation, but
Yeah.
um, because they had their Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advance, then they switched over to like the Nintendo DS,
Right.
which was too. But um, yeah, man, handheld
Hell
uh,
yeah.
uh, game consoles and like I said, Game Boy Advance, like playing Pokemon back then. I miss that.
Fuck yeah, bro. That was a good fucking pick.
Oh yeah.
Hell
What
yeah.
you got?
So I went along with a TV show. This TV show came out in the '90s, the late '90s, and then continued throughout the early 2000s. This TV show is definitely one that I used to watch like every fucking day, and that show is That '70s Show. This
I
show
love
is
that.
a great fucking show, easy to watch, fucking fun to watch.
So funny.
Definitely a '90s and 2000s show, and it was like
Yeah.
it was perfect for the fucking time,
Yeah, it
perfect
was
for the time, dude.
perfect.
But
And
yeah,
everyone in the show plays their characters really well, and
they do.
it's so funny. Like I went back and rewatched the whole thing. It's
Yeah,
been a couple years though, but I went back and rewatched the whole thing, and even watching episodes, or like rewatching like the same episodes because like growing up you'd watch them and then like they're still as funny.
they are, dude.
Like, I can watch and I can still watch them like today and laugh the same way. Like
Yes.
they're still fucking hilarious.
It's timeless, bro. It's a timeless
Yeah,
show.
no,
It's easy to get into. It's easy to watch, and you can kind of relate a lot to it because they're just like bullshitting all the fucking time. It's like it's nothing serious, nothing extreme, and it's an easy show. And I know they brought it. They kind of brought it back with that
that
nine
90s.
90 show,
Yeah,
yeah, but it didn't feel the same
man,
and
that
all
was
that.
different.
It was a
Did you
different
watch it?
vibe. I
You
did,
watched?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I watched it too. The best parts, of course, were like Red and Kitty.
of course,
They were still the same.
yeah,
They're still super funny. Like the new kids, it took me a little bit to kind of like get used to them,
yeah,
but yeah, different style of jokes, and
yep.
it was different
It
for
was
sure.
different. It
But
was,
yeah, that '70s show, man, yeah, it's so
yeah,
funny.
fucking gold. That show's fucking gold, and it still is gold. But yeah,
Hmm.
I had to pick that one for my nostalgia moment of the episode.
Nice one. I like
Uh,
that.
Hell yeah, we had some great picks. We had a great conversation. I appreciate you bringing your views of Roofman and Tron, and
Yeah.
hopefully everyone got a kick out of that. And please comment down below if you watched it and your thoughts on those. And then, of course, we went into Halloween H20 and Halloween Resurrection, continuing our Halloween series, talking about the franchise. And next on the franchise series, we're going to be talking about Rob Zombie's 2007, 2009 Halloween. So that should be a great time. Closing thoughts, Eduardo?
No. Yeah. Same thing. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah. Let us know if you watch those movies or any other movie that's in theater now currently that maybe you want us to go and see that you guys enjoyed. And then your thoughts and opinions on H2O Resurrection. Like, did you like those movies? Are you excited about our, Rob Zombie remakes
Yep.
episode? It's still October, it's still spooky season, so
Damn right.
yep, just Saving Point Podcast on all the socials, Instagram, X, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, join the conversation. And yeah, appreciate you guys all watching.
Sounds great. Appreciate you guys being here. Without further ado, catch you all next time.
See you next time.